Welcome to our next Wandering Walks of Wonder City tour. Today we're headed just a bit north of Indianapolis, Indiana to the beautiful and historic city of Noblesville. Noblesville can trace its origins back to 1818 when the government acquired the land now known as Hamilton County from Native Americans. William Connor, the sole settler in the area at the time, and his wife, McGinnis Connor, a Lenape Native American woman, established the first trading post in central Indiana in 1802. In 1823, William Connor and Joshua Polk laid out the foundation for present-day Noblesville, designated as the Hamilton County seat in 1824, and the city was formally incorporated in 1851. Connor's 1823 home stands today as part of the Connor Prairie Pioneer Settlement, which is a living history museum in Fishers, just a bit south of Noblesville. The city's name, Noblesville, is attributed to either James Noble, one of Indiana's initial U.S. senators, or, according to legend, to Lavina Noble of Indianapolis, to whom Joshua Polk was engaged. Our walk is beginning here in the Hamilton County Courthouse Square. This is a historic complex housing both a historic courthouse as well as a jail, each showcasing distinctive architectural features. The courthouse was built between 1877 and 1879 and shares the Second Empire style as the rectangular brick structure that it is today. It stands 3 stories tall and features a mansard roof crowned by a big clock tower, as well as beautiful limestone Corinthian columns. Both the courthouse as well as the jail were recognized for their historical and architectural significance and were placed on the National Register of Historic Places in 1878. The Hamilton County Sheriff's Residence Jail, which is situated here on the Courthouse Square, now houses the Hamilton County Museum of History. Originally a functioning jail, it once held Charles Manson as a teenager, as well as D.C. Stevenson, the former Grand Dragon of the Indiana Ku Klux Klan. The Stevenson trial in 1925, held in the Hamilton County Courthouse right next door, marked the decline of the Klan's influence in Indiana. As we now walk around the Courthouse Square district, we're actually also entering the Commercial Historic District. This National Historic District encompasses a total of about 54 contributing buildings, all on the National Register of Historic Places. Most of these buildings date back to 1875 to around 1931, and they showcase a rich tapestry of architecture including Gothic Revival, Italianate, as well as Renaissance Revival styles. Some of the noteworthy buildings in the downtown Commercial Historic District that we're walking around and seeing include the Indiana Union Traction Company Station, which was built in 1906, the U.S. Post Office in 1906, as well as another U.S. Post Office on the Historic Register Places that was constructed in 1931, and we'll see here just a little bit later on First Christian Church, which was completed in 1898. Each of these buildings contribute to the district's diverse architectural heritage and plays a role in preserving the unique history and character of Noblesville's central business area. As we leave the downtown area of Noblesville, we're heading into a more residential area, and one of those is actually a historic district known as the Connor Street Historic District. This is a predominantly residential area, and there's roughly about 146 different homes reflecting a variety of architectural styles that are on the National Register of Historic Places. Many of these homes are in the Queen Anne, Italianate, Colonial Revival, Classical Revival, as well as the American Craftsman style of architecture. There are two separate homes within this historic district, the William Houston Craig House as well as the Daniel Craycraft House, that are listed separately as notable landmarks here in downtown Noblesville. This neighborhood serves as a testament to the rich history and diverse architectural heritage of Noblesville, as well as preserving the charm and character of the residential neighborhoods in this area for more than a century. The First Presbyterian Church that we see here as we go through our walk has stood since 1893. However, the roots of the church extend much further back, tracing to its establishment in December of 1848. Mr. John T. Carlin, a notable pioneer in the community and one of the founding members of the Presbyterian Church in Noblesville, played a crucial role in its early years. Over a century and a half ago, Carlin would embark on journeys to Indianapolis over rough corduroy roads, or roads that were made out of wood logs, to bring a pastor from a church in Indianapolis to Noblesville. The church's origins reach back to the Stony Creek Presbyterian Church and Society, the first organized Presbyterian church in Hamilton County. The church itself evolved from its inception in 1848 with just about 12 members listed on the roll, and has continued to grow ever since in the spanning generations. Originally constructed by Daniel Craycraft in 1889, this beautiful Queen Anne-style home has a rich history that reflects its passage of time. This residence served as the dwelling place for Craycraft and his family for a relatively brief period, less than 2 decades, until his passing in 1907. After Craycraft moved away from the home or passed away, the home underwent a transformation. At one time, it was repurposed into apartments and utilized for multifamily housing, or commercial purposes for over a century. It's now been turned back into a beautiful single-family home. Craycraft was a notable figure in Noblesville who left a lasting legacy not only through this home, but through his dry goods store that was located once on the downtown square area. The South 9th Street Historic District stands proudly as a National Historic District that features 39 contributing buildings in a predominantly residential area here in Noblesville. This historic district, which flourished between around 1860 and 1940, showcases a wide range of architectural styles, with some of the notable examples being the Queen Anne, Italianate, as well as the bungalow designs. Key buildings that we'll see as we walk down this street include the Masonic Temple that was constructed in 1914, as well as the Adler Building, which was once the first Christian church and constructed in 1897. As you can see, this district not only preserves the physical features of the historic structure, but it also encapsulates much of the cultural and architectural evolution of Noblesville through the decades. The Noblesville Milling Company Mill, also known as the Model Mill, stands as a historic grinding mill with a rich architectural as well as industrial history here in Noblesville. The original section of the mill was constructed around 1872, but underwent subsequent as well as massive expansions that ultimately cover nearly half a city block. This brick structure features multiple stories, with the largest section being about 4 stories tall. An integral part of the mill complex is its water tower that was constructed in 1903. Initially established as a planing mill, the facility underwent a transformation and was later converted into a grinding mill with the specific purpose of producing flour. This historic mill serves as a tangible reminder of the industrial and economic activities that shaped Noblesville's history. Thanks for joining us on this Wandering Walks of Wonder adventure here in downtown Noblesville. If you've been to Noblesville or are a resident of Noblesville, leave a comment on one of the buildings or one of the aspects of towns that you like best. Otherwise, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and we will see you on our next Wandering Walks of Wonder adventure. Take care now. Bye-bye.